The colorful tulips and happy daffodils, the bright Easter eggs and yummy Easter candy, the joyful hymns and amazing brass. There are so many reasons to look forward to Easter, including my favorite hymn, Now the Green Blade Rises. I like the unique melody, and I love the words. Now the green blade rises from the buried grain, wheat that in the dark earth many days has lain. Love lives again, that with the dead has been. Love is come again, like wheat arising green. This winter in Connecticut has felt super heavy. Super cold days, snow upon snow upon snow upon wintry mix and dreary skies. This winter and the world has felt heavy. Deaths, war, insecurity, conflict, worry, fear. And in the midst of that winter, in the midst of that pain, grieving, and sadness, in the midst of moments when hopelessness seemed to settle all around, when the snow finally melted off of our front yard, it revealed that the daffodils had already started growing. Their green blades had been rising under that layer of snow and ice. They were ready to burst into bloom, a sign of hope in our wintry world. When the women went to the tomb that morning, their hearts were wintry, grieving, and in pain. They went, although they had little hope in their hearts, like too many watching the UConn-Duke game last Sunday. The women went, wanting to anoint Jesus' body, worried that it might not even be possible. How will we get in? Who will roll the stone away? Their grief, their pain, their hopelessness covered over any possibility. We understand. We wish we did not. However, we understand how fear, anxiety, insecurity, and hopelessness can cover us like a blanket of ice, freezing our hearts, trapping us in unhealthy patterns of living and interacting, keeping us from looking up and seeing God's possibilities. As they went to the tomb, the women could barely manage a little bit of hope. Who would move such a huge stone from the entrance of the tomb for them? As we journey through life, we also wonder how we will manage to move the large stones out of our way. How will we care for our loved ones? How will we feed our families? How will we adjust to our changing physical abilities? How can we make a difference when the needs of the world seem so enormous? We too have huge stones in our lives, things that seem impassable, unmovable, overwhelming. On Easter, though, we remember that what might feel impossible for us is never impossible for God. The women didn't need to worry about the stone. They didn't need to angst about how they were going to get in to anoint Jesus' body. He wasn't there. Like my favorite hymn says, Christ came forth at Easter like the risen grain, who that for 3 days in the grave had lain. Raised from the dead, the risen Christ is seen. Love is come again, like wheat arising green. Exactly as Jesus said, he rose from the dead. Exactly as Jesus told his followers, he conquered the powers of death, hatred, and fear. And if Jesus can do that, Jesus can bring our hearts back to life again, too. The story of Christ's resurrection isn't a story of long ago. It's a story of now. As you journey this way of life, what feels impossible? What feels like it has your heart locked in ice? what feels like it is blocked by the most enormous stone? Can you name it in your heart? Can you entrust it to God? Can you, on this glorious Easter Sunday, trust Jesus to call you back to hope, back to joy, back to life again? Can you look up, look around, and see that things that seemed impossible only a month ago, like the tulips, hyacinths, and daffodils, they are blooming all around us. Things are coming into being all around us. On Easter, we rejoice that God's love conquers all. We rejoice that because he lives, we can face tomorrow. Face tomorrow with faith, face tomorrow with hope, face tomorrow knowing that the ice will melt, the stone will be rolled away, and a future of peace, a future of unity, of love, and hope is possible. Possible for all people. Amen.